Now that fall is here, not a lot that you could actually plant in a garden.
But it's not too early to think about having one. Rhonda Moore says there's a class you can take if you want to join a community garden. Good morning.
Good morning. We are planting some garlic this morning, even though it is fall time. And joining me now is Lucy Beachdale, and she is with Five Rivers Metro Parks. All right, so why is now a good time to plant garlic?
You can plant garlic in the fall or in the spring, and then by the time you're harvesting in the summer, you'll have nice big fat heads of garlic.
Now, most of the other things, if you want a community garden, you need to plant when?
Most plants would go in between March and May.
So you guys are going to have a class this week talking about community gardens and how people can actually start planting their own.
We will have a class this Thursday talking about the steps to starting a successful community garden.
And what are the steps?
First of all, finding the community who wants to be part of that garden with you, because you can want a community garden really hard, but if it's just you, you're going to have a lot of work ahead of you. Another step is finding a site. In the city of Dayton, that's not so hard. In the suburbs, it's a little more complicated. And then deciding what your garden should look like and how you put it together. Do you have raised beds? Do you till the ground? Is your soil safe? The class will really be about what are the steps you want to do to start the garden. And then we as Metro Parks have lots and lots of classes on different kind of planting.
All right, well, sounds good. So now if you're interested in learning how to start a community vegetable garden, you can take the class, as we mentioned, this Thursday from 6 until 7:30 p.m. here at Possum Creek Metro Park on Frytown Road in Dayton. Go to the Education Building, and registration is requested, but walk-ins are welcome. And coming up at 8:05, we'll take you to one of the community gardens where they actually planted some vegetables. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Rhonda. I love that idea. This year I did an urban garden, which is I just put small plants out in front of my balcony.
And then hopefully you use them to eat for your food, too.
I grew basil and cilantro.
I like that.
Cilantro didn't grow so well, though.
It is the end of growing season, but it's time to start thinking of being part of a community garden.
Rhonda Moore says there are many around, and she shows us what you can grow.
Good morning. I'm helping to pick collard greens out here at the Metro Park. And this is just one of many plots out here where people can actually go ahead and plant their own community garden. And joining me now is Lucy Beachdale, and she's with Five Rivers Metro Park. Okay, so how many plots do you have out here at Possum Creek?
We have about 90 plots here at Possum Creek. We are here at the tail end of the growing season. You were just harvesting collard greens. We're standing in the remnants of an okra forest. There are peppers, tomatoes, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, broccoli, Brussels sprouts.
Why do the people have these community gardens?
The community gardens let people who don't have space at home to garden grow. They also let people who don't have enough space to grow a larger crop like squash or corn to do that in a bigger space. Our plots are about 38 by 20 feet wide, and they cost $20 to rent for the season. They come to you tilled, and there's water available on site here at this garden. Most of the people who end up in an individual plot at this garden are home gardeners. They're people who want to take food home to their families or their friends or a food bank. Sometimes people will rent a garden who are part of a scout group or a church group. It's nice to know what you've put on your own food, and it's less expensive.
It sounds good. Well, if you're interested in learning how to start a community vegetable garden, you can take a class this Thursday from 6 until 7:30 p.m. here at Possum Creek Metro Park on Frytown Road in Dayton. And just go to the Education Building. Registration is requested, but walk-ins are welcome. And we'll be back at 8:50 to show you what's growing in another community garden. Back to you guys.
It's a cheaper way to get some fresh veggies.
Grow your own. Rhonda Moore says more people are doing just that in community gardens.
Good morning. We are in another community garden, and right now we are picking some green beans. And this is Lucy Beachdale. She's with Five Rivers Metro Parks. All right, so this garden has a variety of stuff. What kind of food is in here?
It does. We have corn behind us. That's probably all been harvested at this point. We're in the green beans. There's okra in front of us, peppers on the other side of the greens, more beans on the other side, some turnips, and there's just a little bit of squash left.
If someone is interested in starting a community garden, do they have to do it here at Possum Creek?
Not at all. There are about 87 community gardens throughout Montgomery County. 2 of them are on Metro Parks, here and at Wagerson Gardens Metro Park. The other gardens are scattered throughout. The bulk of them are in the city of Dayton, but there are more and more in the suburbs. If you're interested in becoming a community gardener at an existing community garden, you would check our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/community gardening. The About section has a map of where the gardens are.
Why do most people decide to have a community garden?
Growing your food, if you can put the time and energy in, can be much less expensive than buying it. You might live in an apartment, you might live somewhere where your entire yard is shady.
And why do you guys encourage people to do this?
We encourage people to garden because we want people to connect with nature, and what's more natural than eating, right? It's hard for people to have access to good, healthy food, and growing food is one way to get access to it.
All right, if you're interested in learning how to start a community vegetable garden, you can take a class this Thursday from 6 until 7:30 p.m. here at Possum Creek Metro Park on Frytown Road in Dayton. Go to the Education Building, and registration is requested, but walk-ins are welcome. Back to you guys.
Oh, Rhonda does love her veggies.
She does.